Hey guys, Gale Force Online here to bring you another one of my trash builds. Now this is my Dragonknight PvP tank. Now PvP tanking is not as popular or well known as PvE tanking because it's different in a lot of ways. Firstly, you can't hard taunt a enemy player to attack you exclusively, so you need to supply support and debuffs to the enemy to make sure that your allies can survive. Alright, so look at the stats. Sitting at about 36k max health, 20k magicka and 21k stamina. So a lot of resource pools there to pull from. A little bit low on the health side, but sacrificed health for more debuffs on enemies. So my spell and physical resistance is already sitting at about 30k. This is unbuffed. So as soon as I activate my buff, it pulls over 34 and then 35k resistance. Now this is way over the 33k cap, but the reason I do this is that a lot of players run armor debuffs, so they will reduce your spell and physical resistance by 5k or so. So it's nice to go over the top. If that debuff applies to you, then you're sitting very close to that cap anyway. Also have the 1350k critical resistance, which is new to the Greymore patch. So critical resistance only used in PvP when players try to critical hit you with damage. This figure can definitely be increased through the champion system and other sets. Just haven't gotten around to done that yet. Alright, then looks at inventory. Just normal tri-stat food and also tri-stat potions. Fairly basic setup there. And now moving on to the item sets. So first piece is potentates. So I run two pieces of potentates on the front bar setup. So I've got one mace and then one ring as well, because it reduces the damage taken from players by 5%, which is really nice for tanking in PvP. Then second one I use is Swift, so it reduces the damage taken from players by 10%. So also a very nice one to have. Then on the back bar I equip an Ice Staff of Potentates. Now the reason I do that is if I switch to my back bar, you can see that all three activate. So the ultimate that I use, I'll leave in my back bar and then have a 15% cost reduction there. So very nice to have there. So as soon as I activate the ultimate, hopping back over to the front bar. So Swift activates with that 10% reduction and Potentates are still active with the 5% reduction. Alright, then the other set I use is Vanguard's Challenge. When you taunt an enemy, they deal 50% less damage to other players, but 100% more damage to you. So this is predominantly sticking in a group. If a group of enemies do come to you, you taunt the players. Although you can't hard taunt them to attack you exclusively, there's much more beneficial for them to attack you instead of the other players. So a nice little debuff there to assist your allies. Alright, if I don't need to run a support build, if it's just simply like Capture the Flag or Crazy King or something like that, I would run the Dauntless Combatant set. This is one of the craftable sets from Cyrodiil. Cyrodiil now has the craftable sets as well. So when I'm affected by a disabling effect, I'll automatically break free at no cost, and this can be triggered every 21 seconds. Now if you do break free, you're also on the global cooldown, so you can't be CC'd for a little while. I can't remember how long that is, but it just prevents you from being CC'd all the time. And so if you are like stunned or feared or something like that, you automatically break free and can still use your buff to survive that situation. Alright, moving on to the skills. On the front bar, if I'm running Vanguard's Challenge, definitely have to taunt there. If I'm running Dauntless, I'll probably run another skill there, so it's a bit of a flex spot. This is just the stamina taunt from the Undaunted skill line. You do to, if you taunt the enemy, they take 5% more damage from your attacks, but the damage output on this build is very little, so it doesn't greatly affect that. But you also have a chance to grant a synergy, so if an ally activates its synergy, they deal a bit of damage, but they also restore resources, which is really nice to do in crucial situations. Moving on to hardened armor, increases my spell and physical resistance very nicely. Also grants me a damage shield of about 7k, which is very nicely on top of that as well. Not really a spammable damage shield, but occasionally it's nice to have on. Does do some damage around the area, but it's very minimal, not really damage set up there. Then defensive stance is my main stamina shield. Grants me 14k damage shield for 6 seconds, and also increases the amount of damage I can block and reduces the cost of blocking by 10%. So this is from the sword and board skill line, very nice stamina skill to have. Then Igneous Shield from the Dragonknight class skill line. This is the Magicka shield, so it can definitely be spammed swapping between stamina and Magicka. Also grants major mending if this is activated, so in crucial situation I'll activate this, activate a heal, and that heal is increased by 25%. Alright, so the damage shield granted is about 9.6k, so not a bad damage shield to have. Then the main heal I have on this build is Green Dragon Blood. It heals me for 37% of my missing health, and some very nice buffs to my resource recovery as well, so a good one to have. Definitely recommend popping this one first and then increasing this by another 25%. Will definitely get you out of crucial situations. Then Temporal Guard is the ultimate. I don't really use this ultimate, I more use it as a buff. So while it is slotted, I gain minor protection, reducing the damage taken by 8%. And also while I have this skill equipped, if I block, I get a nice little damage shield of 5k as well. Alright, moving on to the back bar. First one is Unrelenting Grip. So this skill is used for CCing, so let's say enemies trying to run away or attacking from range. You activate the skill, pull them towards you, and it has a stun as well. So very nice one to have just to pull enemies closer to where you want them to be. Second one is Unstoppable. The reason I use this skill on the back bar instead of the hardened armor as a buff is because it actually grants you immunity to disabling effects. So in battleground games like Capture the Relic or Chaos Ball, if you're trying to pick up that item, people can actually interrupt you. But if you activate this skill, then they can't interrupt you while trying to pick up that item. It does have a 6-second delay which reduces your movement speed, so make sure that your timing is correct when you're activating this ability. Then Hypnosis from the Vampire skill line for the Greymore patch. It's a hard CC that stuns people in the area, but it's very close range as well. So this is more used to stun enemies so allies can either retreat or launch full attack without taking damage for that duration. Igneous Weapon increases the weapon and spell damage by 20% for the entire group. This is a nice one to have because sometimes in PvP people forget or they run into crucial situations they don't have time to activate their buffs. So having a long duration time and not as big a cost, it's nice to have this to buff the allies a bit, make sure they have that 20% boost to their damage. Then Green Dragon Blood is the main heal again on this side. The ultimate I use is Blood Scion, so transform you into a Vampire Lord. Increases your max health, magicka and stamina by 10k, and you also heal for 17% of all the damage you deal. Now this is still the initial skill, I haven't leveled it up or even morphed it yet, so there's a lot of other powerful increases to this skill, but this is just that basic level there, because I just acquired it a couple of days ago. Another skill I used to use on here is the shield from the support skill line, Reviving Barrier. So it grants all the group members a 21k damage shield. So it's nice for group support on that side, whereas Blood Scion is definitely more of a selfish skill. Alright, so on the front bar, if I have to taunt enemies, run debuff, and then just cycling through your shields to make sure that you survive the situation. And on the back bar, if you need to pursue an enemy, you can pull them closer, fear them, and that's pretty much it. Alright guys, if you like the content I'm putting out, please hit that like and subscribe. If you have any ideas for builds I need to do in the future, please let me know in the comments down below. Alright, be safe and take care. Bye.